Okay, there's a few more things that I need to add, which is that there was also, it's a very dangerous area because there's a lot of fights break out in Hollywood. And there was a couple of times where I was walking down the street and some girl would just like start yelling at someone. I think on the first day that I arrived, that there was, I went to the bus stop and there was this car of this woman who was just shouting at this other woman who both looked like prostitutes. I don't know what they were talking about, but it was something to do with prostitution rivalry, like gang rivalry, only this is my territory kind of thing. And I think it was something like, "Don't you dare come back here! You cheated me," or something. I don't know what it was, but she started shouting out at this woman, and then she drove around the corner, and then literally got out the car, and they had a big cat fight. And that was within 10 minutes of me being in Los Angeles. But 4 or 5 times, um, I saw a similar kind of situation, only with guys shouting at each other. I also spoke to people in the hostel. There was quite a lot of people in this place. I didn't speak to that many, but occasionally I would speak to someone and they'd always warn me not to use the trains because even though the buses are bad, the good thing about a bus is you can get off whenever you want. Whereas with the train, you're kind of like trapped like a rat in a sort of tunnel. And yeah, one of the ladies was warned by people too not to use the tunnel, but she really wanted to do the beach and she didn't want to have to do, it's a lot longer if you go via bus. So she did the same beach that I did, only did it via train. And she said that there was a lady down there who started screaming at her 14-year-old daughter. And she was actually afraid for that daughter's life. Like she said, she's never been afraid for her own daughter's life, and she felt that on this train. Um, so yeah, that's just a taster of it. And there was another time where I wanted to get on a bus to do like a Hollywood tour, which was really overpriced, $40 for 2 hours. And of course, when you got on there, there's a big sign saying, "We work for tips. We need tips to help pay." So I paid you $40. There's like 13 or 12 people in this van. If everyone's paying, and the actual ticket was actually $70, but I managed to give it to $40. Although I wouldn't be surprised if everyone's being charged $40. But the $40 was actually supposed to be the child price. It was 70 for an adult's price. But yeah, there was a big sign saying, we expect tips, and the tips aren't just like £5, like two. Usually you tip people like 10% or something, but yeah, they didn't want 10% of 40 is £4. They didn't want that. They said minimum is 10, so 10 to 25. Who gives a £25 tip for something they just spent £70 or going on? It was 2 hours. It wasn't worth it at all. And they did lie to me about a lot of the places. We were right at the end. We drove past this house with oranges, and they were like, "Oh, Gaga lives there." And which one? She can't confirm that she was talking about the one with the oranges. And I noticed on Google Maps it actually said "be best." I don't know what that meant, but um, I did try giving them a slip of paper with the message on it, and I didn't know whose it was, but um, I yeah, he said it wasn't Gaga's. Although she did say that one quite quickly. But yeah, it makes you wonder, what else did she lie about? If you're driving around, you could easily be like, "Oh yeah, this person is there, that person is there." You're all doing it just to make Hollywood look amazing, but like, "Oh well, all these big stars are living in these different houses," when in reality I think a lot of it is just bogus and fake. And yeah, I couldn't even remember which ones she said were which, so I wasn't aiming. The thing is, I'm not even aiming at the people that are doing this songs, because the letter was kind of about how people are doing things about me behind my back, and I'm really not happy with it. But at the end of the day, I in a way I am happy with it, because I feel like it's going to amount to something eventually. Eventually, all the things that people have been doing about me behind my back will amount to something. Because when people find out about me and know or start believing, they're not going to believe it through me. They're going to believe it through other people. When other people start saying that songs seem to be connecting or seem to be fitting in with my story or whatever, they're going to see it and they're going to hear it and they're going to be constantly reminded of it. Um, and if they had spent, a long time hating me or not liking me or not believing me, they'd look back and think of how wrong they were, and hopefully learn from it. But yeah, that's yeah, it's just really, anyway. What else am I saying? So yeah, there's another thing I wanted to talk about, which is, I guess, the Big Brother UK one. Like, I don't even know if I really want to be on a Big Brother UK one, because I feel like it's going to be really small in comparison to what I'm actually wanting. I'm actually wanting something a lot bigger, and I'm pretty sure Rylan is going to be one of the presenters, and this Big Brother UK, which is on next year, next fall or something, isn't. And I just, I don't know, but I keep seeing signs about something happening in the middle of summer. Middle of summer is the 7th of August. Um, maybe it's not exact. I know Gaga also did something about the middle of summer. I don't even know when she did it because people are changing the date, so I can't work that out. Um, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Um, I know I can't plan it or organize it. Because the people who are doing things like behind my back, they're the ones with the money, and they're the ones that are going to. Because I don't even think I want to tell people about who I am, because I know it's only going to damn me further. Because you can't live a normal life if everyone in the world thinks you're a god, you're not going to be able to live a normal life. And therefore, I don't actually want people to know that I'm a god, but I do, because I'm seeing a ton of things, have huge amounts of evidence that I am God, and my higher self 100% wants everyone to know. Me myself, I don't really want people to know, because I know I'm not going to be able to live a normal life. But at the same time, I'm living a really shitty life now, and I would just like a bit of money so that I can not live a shitty life, or not have to worry about what's going to happen, and this feeling betrayed, because a lot of people are making money from this. And I got the letter that I posted out. I know this really itchy. The letter that I posted out, I have got one person responding, and that person basically said that he would like to help me, but only because he wants to. I can't remember the word is. I don't know, be horny over me or something like that. Like I can't remember what the word was. But yeah, it wasn't kind, and I was just saying I don't want. Yeah, lust was the word. I don't want anyone to. I don't. If the only reason why you want to help me is to lust over me, then I would rather not meet you. I said that, and then he responded, but then like, oh well. Oh, I know you. I've been making money off your name, and I'm going to, I'm not going to help you in any way. I have no intention of helping you, and I'm going to only focus on the real goddess. And it's just like, this is a really mixed things. On one hand, he's saying he's got loads of connections and that he knows who I am, he's promoting my name. When in reality, no one is promoting my name, because if people were promoting my name, people would know my name. They're promoting everything but my name. And yeah, and yeah, I don't want people to just lust over me, because that's not going to help me in any way, and I don't think it's going to help them in any way either. But anyway, I want to be on a Big Brother, but I want it to be a world Big Brother. I don't want it to be just a UK thing. And I'm hoping that the fact that they're doing it next fall means that something maybe is going to happen this fall. But then again, why is there so many songs about something happening in the middle of summer? Although technically things have happened. I've gone to America, and I don't know, a bunch of weird stuff happened, and I proved that I was God. But yeah, that California song of Aaliyah's, it's about hotter than the summer days. It does say if you wait a little bit longer, so maybe we're talking months. I really don't want to believe it's going to be another year. If it is another year, then fine. My house is nicer now. It is bigger, and I will enjoy being here more so than I was last year. But I'm not going to if I'm constantly being paranoid that everyone's just ignoring me and not caring. But at the same time, I don't want them to stop doing what they're doing, because it will help me eventually when I'm exposed. But right now, I'm wondering if that date is ever going to happen. And yeah, like, am I ever going to be exposed? Is anyone actually going to help me? And yeah, I don't know. I just know that it's frustrating me a lot, and what am I meant to do in this position? I don't understand how so many people can know about me and not want to help me. But then again, when I was talking to that mother and her daughter about the goddess, and there's a goddess who people are writing songs about. What I noticed is that out of all the things that she kind of believed me. I wasn't talking about myself. I was making out that this goddess is someone different. One thing I noticed is that she never asked anything about this goddess. How is she? What is she like? What is she doing? What is she going through? And I feel like that is going to be the same attitude with everyone. You know, if they find out that the goddess was on Earth and there's a lot of people making songs and stuff about her, I think they would just assume that this person is just having a nice life because she's a goddess and stuff. And I don't think they'd even think that she's not happy or not being treated at all like she should be, or how you'd expect a goddess to be treated if people believed that she was a goddess. And I, I don't know, but I am very, very angry, and I know that I'm going to have to cover it up and hide it because that is that's how I need to be portrayed. But at the same time, when it comes to a Big Brother show, also, I don't want to feel like I could just be evicted at any time. I want to feel like I'm actually wanted in the show, and like you want me there till the end. So I think the format, if I was to be in a Big Brother, the format would need to be different to how the normal ones are. The normal ones are you compete every week, and if the public votes you out, or if the people vote you out, then you're gone. And I know in the Nikki's one, there was a woman who got like a golden ticket, and I think that meant that she was confirmed to get into the final. That's how I would want it for me. If I feel like I could just be going at any point, I probably will go. People always seem to get out the most interesting characters first, and if it is given an option, if the public is given an option to get rid of me, I probably will go first. And that's not what I want, because I want people to actually get to know me properly. And I don't think, because I would probably be more of a quieter character, or one that stands at the background for the first few week or so. I'd feel like that won't be enough. A short time won't be enough time for people to actually get to know me, and or have a chance to get to know me. I don't think they'll actually get to know me, but yeah, because I don't want people to see my bad sides or negative sides, or I don't want people to know what I've gone through as well, because I feel like that's an embarrassment. My life is an embarrassment, and I wouldn't want people. I'm not going to be telling people that. And yeah, I'd want people to see a positive side. And so yeah, but anyway.